Jason. Okay, it's my job to stump. Hey everybody, it's Carrie Hoffmeister with Carry On Abundant TV, and today I am super excited to have my guest on the show today. Please welcome Paul Cooper. Paul, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Excited to be here.
Yes, we're excited to have you. So, of course, everybody that watches the show normally knows that we start with what we call Carry On the Truth, just because it's fun to put Carry On before everything. So these are going to be some random true or false statements that I don't expect you to know, so don't feel bad if you don't know them. And you're just going to tell me true or false. Sound good?
Okay,
You
sounds
ready?
good.
Okay,
Yeah,
here we go. First one. Butterflies taste things with their wings.
true.
It's false. They
Oh,
taste with their feet.
oh, their feet. I knew it
I
was something.
know.
I feel like I'd heard something like that about butterflies, but yeah, like something different anyway. Yeah,
Either one is weird. So,
yeah,
wings and
exactly.
feet. Yeah. The Mississippi River is the largest river in the world.
False.
Do you know what it is?
Oh God, is it the Nile?
It is. Good
Hey,
job. Ding, 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 ding. Very
fifth,
good.
fifth grade social studies coming in handy there.
You get double points for knowing that it was false and for actually knowing the answer. Look at that.
That's awesome.
The world's largest island is Greenland.
True.
Yeah. Did you know that
Hey,
one too?
I did not know that one. That was a guess. Yeah.
Good job. You got good guesses. Bats are the only mammals capable of sustained flight.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with false on that one.
It is true because it
Oh,
was kind of tricky wording, sustained flight. There are
yeah.
other mammals as well who can take a flight, but only bats are the ones which can sustain their flight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was actually I said false because I didn't know that bats could do that. So
me either.
yeah. Yeah.
You learn something new. All right,
Right.
next one. Cricket is the most popular sport in India.
I'm gonna say true.
That one's true.
Yeah.
I was surprised by that. I don't know why. I just
I
didn't know
I
that.
I mean, they always say that soccer, is the world's sport. But I do remember like certain countries over there really get into cricket big time. So
Okay. I have
yeah,
not played cricket. Have you?
I have never played it
Me
though.
either.
Yeah,
Something I should try, but we'll see.
yeah, for sure.
A is the most common letter used in the English language.
True.
It's false. Do you want to
Yeah.
take a guess at what it is?
E.
Yeah, good
Oh,
job.
okay.
It's E.
Yeah, I was just going with like the popular vowels. So yeah,
I would think it would be A, to be
yeah,
honest,
right.
but
Yeah,
it's
I
not.
kind of thought if it wasn't A, it would be E.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Venus is the closest planet to the sun.
That is false.
Do you know what it is?
Uh, Mercury.
Yes, you're smart.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
good.
this I really like these questions. You're making me feel very smart this morning.
I
So,
can say I have done the
yeah.
best, I think, on these than anybody.
Wow.
Sound travels faster in air than in water.
True.
It's actually false.
Wow.
The
Okay.
sound travels faster in water than in air, but I would not have known that.
I had no clue. That,
I,
that I mean, you think about sound and like, I mean, going back to being a child and like making noise underwater, you
yeah,
know what I mean? Or just different stuff. Like, I guess that makes pretty good sense. I mean, I know stuff can travel extremely fast on or in water for sure. So that makes
yeah,
sense. Yeah.
yeah. That one's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Dolphins sleep with one eye open.
Ooh, that one's kind of tough. Sleep with one eye open. Like it's one of those that you want to say false, but it's probably true. So I'm gonna go true.
It is true.
Yeah.
Yes, dolphins keep one half of their brain awake for breathing and to watch for predators.
Wow, that
I
is
know.
impressive.
That
That's
is
like,
impressive.
but it also sounds like our dolphins ever really
I
rested.
know. I was like, do they don't get good sleep then if they're watching for predators?
Exactly.
Only
Yeah.
half of your brain is asleep. How do you even do that?
Maybe they rest half of their brain one night and half of their brain the next.
Okay, we're
I
gonna
don't know.
close this eye tonight, and then
Right.
tomorrow we're gonna close this
Uh,
eye.
that's what I would do. Yeah, for sure.
That's good. That's good. All
Yeah.
right, last one. The fingerprints of a koala are virtually indistinguishable from those of a human.
Ooh. Uh, Koala. I mean, I love koalas. I think they're cute, but I don't remember. I don't know if I can remember what their paws or their handprint looks like. So I'll just say false.
It's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Koala fingerprints are remarkably similar to human ones.
Wow.
That's
That,
crazy.
yeah. I think because you associate their nails, or at least I try to think, I think about their nails. So I'm like,
Yes.
that's what makes me think it would have been false, but I don't know.
Well,
Anyway,
if you ever want to put somebody else's fingerprints on something, just get a koala.
just get a koala. That's great.
You're good. They'll never know.
Right.
That was good.
Uh,
Hey, you did really good on that. Good job.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
I think that you like take the trophy. I need to have like some
Man,
type of
I love it.
prize to send to people
Yeah.
because I think you would have it right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Paul Cooper for the win. There we go.
Yes.
Well, Paul, since I have not had you on the show before, I do like to usually have my guests give a little bit of their background just so my viewers can get a chance to get to know you.
Sure.
So, just like what your upbringing was like, did you grow up in a Christian home? Was
Sure.
music something always a part of your life? By the way, he is a musician, so we'll get into that. But yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead and feel free to share.
Sure. Well, so I did grow up in a Christian home. I grew up in a pastor's home, actually. And parents both great, amazing, faith-based, loving people. Um, I've got a brother, and he's 5 years younger than me. So we're best friends now. But I'm sure whenever I was a teenager and he was not, we had our bouts for sure.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, music has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. The first time that I ever sang, I sang in church to a track when I was 4. So
Aw.
I've been singing in front of people for years. And I guess I've always just really enjoyed it. And then when I got a little older, obviously I learned what worship was and like, encountering the Father and just yeah, like so it's definitely my musical or my singing journey has definitely changed a lot over the last however many years. But yeah, God's been good to me. You mentioned talked about upbringing. When I was 4 years old, I was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
yeah. And it's a story that's told better by my parents because it's really like a testimony of God healing their child more than me because I was 4 because I don't my details anytime I try to tell it it's like I don't do it anywhere near the justice that they do it.
Yeah.
But suffice it to say that God healed me of a brain tumor when I was 4 years old. Um, just another little side note from that, they said if I were to survive, the amount of time that pressure, water, and pressure had been on my brain, I would always be slow in school. There would be no way that I would ever have the gifting or the ability to play sports or a musical instrument. So God just
Wow.
just proved him wrong twice. So, but
Wow.
he just getting it. I've seen countless things happen in my life like that. So, yeah, I just give God all the glory for that. So,
That's amazing. Yeah, praise the Lord for that. So you said that music has kind of changed a lot for you over the years.
oh,
What has that
yeah,
looked
sure.
like?
Well, so like back in the day, I was very well, and really music has changed. I was thinking about this today, like or even yesterday. I was talking with my wife and we were talking about just like Christian music scene, basically, and how I mean, it seems like worship is one of the I don't know if it's 70%, 80% of what you hear on CCM now, you know.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, and I love that because that's pretty much what I do and what I write is pretty much all worship music. Um, and it started just writing songs for my youth group, and then it started like local church type, congregational singing songs, and now it's kind of taking on a little bit more of a life of its own. Our church, is connected to some other churches, and stuff's been played different places, so it's
Yeah.
pretty neat, pretty cool. Um, but yeah, so it went more from yeah, more of like performance track to, like I said, encountering the Lord and pursuing His presence through song versus just wanting people to think I sounded good or
Yeah.
just wanting to perform. So that's really the turn it took. So yeah.
Yeah. And you have a new single out now called Lost.
Yes.
Can you share
Yes.
with us what that song is about and how the song came about and what it means to you?
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's a song that's yeah, it's pretty dear to my heart. I my wife woke up actually singing the hook to this song
No way.
on Easter Sunday morning a couple years back. So really, really cool, really cool. I mean, she literally just woke up singing this hook. And I was like, we can definitely work with that. So that's what I
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, went in we actually we wrote I think the whole song together. But yeah, we put verses to it, and we put a bridge to it, and but yeah, it's just an invitation. The song is just an invitation to come and encounter His presence, and when you're there, you'll find what you're looking for. You'll find what you need: rest for your soul, peace, love, joy, hope, whatever it is you're looking for. And if you'll just immerse yourself in His presence, then you'll find what you need.
That's so good. Now, has your wife written before? Does she normally
Actually,
write?
actually, we have written some songs before. We had written
Okay.
some before that, but that was definitely like the first like one where she jumped in and was like, "Hey, I mean, literally, like, and it was you can't really, it's not even her, it was the Lord. She
Yeah,
woke up singing it, and it was awesome. Yeah, it really was. And I'm not sure if you've got a chance to hear it yet, but
I
yeah, you'll.
did.
Okay, cool. It's pretty. Yeah, really easy, really singable. So yeah, anyway, that's that's pretty much I mean that's how I try to write. I used to say and I guess I still say it, I just don't talk about it much anymore. That baby. Um that by the second time we get to the hook in the song, I want people to be singing along. Like that's like how easy I try to make the songs.
Yeah,
So,
that's
but
really good.
yeah.
I know that we had kind of talked about this before we started recording, is that along with the single that you have out now, you also are going to be working on something tonight.
Oh, yes.
Want to share a little bit about that?
I would love to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our church has service every Friday night, and it is not just our church, but we have other churches that come together from all over, really all over this area that we're from. I don't know if I said where we are, but we're in northern Kentucky,
Oh.
a mile and a half from the river, basically. So Cincinnati is right here.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I have family in Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Awesome. What part?
Nicholasville, near
Yeah, Nicholasville,
Lexington. Yeah.
right outside of Lexington. Yeah.
Yep.
My wife and I's first home after we got married was in Nicholasville. So there
No
you go.
way. I lived in
Yeah,
Lexington for like 3 years, not that long ago. So I
very cool.
love Kentucky. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I graduated from high school in Lexington. So
No
that's cool.
way.
Yeah,
So cool. Small
small
world.
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have church every Friday, and tonight we're doing a live recording. So we're actually guys have been working already this morning, this week. We've got some special lighting put up and like 8 cameras and stuff. Anyway, so it's going to be really cool. But we're doing the worship set tonight is going to be a recorded live EP, basically of all original songs. And yeah, I'm just real. I mean, we may flow into some other stuff as well. But
Yeah.
the plan is the original songs, and then yeah, it's just gonna be a great time tonight. So I'm really really excited. We've been working on it. We're pushing towards it. So it's cool that it's finally here.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That'll be so cool. So make sure you're following him so that you can see when that's going to be able to come out and that people can listen
Yeah.
to it. Um, what is your hope as a Christian artist now that you got some new music coming out? Like, what is your goals for yourself and your hope for your
Sure.
music?
Well, I mean, obviously to be, the next Brandon Lake or Elevation or Maverick
Yeah,
City,
of course,
no,
right?
um, no, really, I think that I don't know if it's really a goal, but I think a lot of these songs that we're putting together, are just songs that are meant for more than our circle. So really, just to because the way I've seen them impact the people in our lives and in our circle. I think it would be really cool if they got onto a larger scale as far as and seeing how it can affect others. Because I know if it's touching our people, it can touch others as well. So really, that's really it. The goal is just to bring people to an opportunity to encounter the Lord. Really, and that's
Yeah,
it. I mean, and if the other stuff does happen, like becoming the next whatever, that's interesting. But yeah, that's never really been the be all end all. But when the Holy Spirit breathes on something, who knows? There's no stopping it. You know.
yeah.
So we'll just see.
So if you had a dream collab with somebody,
Yeah. Oh
anybody, who would that be?
man. What's funny is because obviously I am not in my 20s. I'm sure that I look it, but
Oh, yes,
I am
absolutely.
a little older. I would say that dream collab is like it's kind of weird. I would say it's changed a few times over the years. For a while, it would have been a guy named Lyndall Cooley. I don't know if that name is someone you're familiar with. And then it probably would have been like Joel Houston from United, or um, maybe Chris Kalala from Jesus Culture, like
Oh,
one
okay.
of those guys. Like, but a dream collab. Like, I wonder now who I would say. I don't know. Honestly, because of how like powerful some of her stuff has been recently, just personally to me, maybe Charity Gale, because
Hmm.
I mean she's just slamming some
Yeah,
powerful tracks. So maybe Charity Gale. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good one. What would you say is the hardest thing about being an artist?
Oh, I think especially where I'm kind of not just getting started, but like really just pushing and pursuing now. I think time, especially with a family with young ones. I think and I'd say if you ask, I say almost everyone would probably have that same answer. Just like keeping the first thing first, keeping the most important stuff, in its rightful place, and then yeah, just also making time for what God's called you to do as well,
Yeah.
outside of the role of your house or of your job or whatever it is. Yeah.
What was it about now in this moment that made you want to really start pushing and pursuing your music career?
Really, it was a conversation that I had with my brother-in-law, and between that and we do a yearly a fast at the beginning of the year every year, and really during this 21 days of this year, honestly, it hadn't really like fully been on my mind that I should push again, but just several times throughout the fast, the Lord really began to deal with me about that and drop that into my spirit. So, um, and he kind of gave me like, yeah, and I didn't know what he wanted me to do. So, but I really feel like I got like a clear blueprint or direction for what this year should look like.
Hmm.
And then I figure if he's given direction for that, he'll continue to give direction after that. And he's connected me with some really cool people. Obviously, the team that I have here, band and stuff, is awesome. But yeah, people that I didn't know. he's been connecting me with. So you can just see the signs kind of, uh, following each other, I guess. And I love that. I just love the way it's coming together. Yeah, it's been really cool.
Is that scary to take that leap?
Um, it's not. I don't want to say it's not scary yet. I can see that, like, if opportunities become available, like where there is a lot of time, potential time taken away from, like, the current, like, role and things that I'm in, to me, the thought of that is a little bit scary. You know what I mean? Well, like, I think there's a bunch of people that would be super excited to at the thought of going on tour, and not that I'd be opposed to it, but I would be I would maybe be a little concerned about what I would be leaving behind. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To do that, and I think, I don't know if that is a normal thought of an individual in my situation. Like, because I know some people probably would just drop everything and run for the tour. But yeah, so we'll just have to, if that's the way it works out, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So.
Is there something through this journey of, music and just getting back into it that you've really learned about God that He's shown you?
Um, one of the songs that we're going to be recording tonight, and I had mentioned to you kind of off recording that I have another single ready to release. It's we always know that God is with us. He's always right there. And then sometimes even when he feels far away, he's right there. But this song is about God is for us. So I think, just like, even in, no matter what we're going through, whether it's situations that have been brought upon us, whether it's like sickness or something like that, or if it's a problem or an issue that we've created ourselves, he's always right there with us. And he's not just with us, he loves us and he is for us. So just, to me, that's been like one of the most encouraging things. Um, just that he is always for us.
Yeah. Is
So.
that the name of the song?
Oh yeah, it's called "You're For Me." Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And do you know when that's going to be released? Or we're not sure
Um,
yet?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Probably sometime within the next 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. It is currently out on. It's the YouTube release of the video will be next week, but it is currently out on. It is on Facebook, on my Facebook and my Insta, which is just Paul Cooper Worship.
Okay.
Yeah, my Facebook and my Insta is right now. The video is on there now.
Very
So,
cool.
but the actual, like, digital release, as far as on the streaming sites, we're on a little bit of a delay there. So
Oh, yeah, I gotcha with all that stuff, how that works. Yeah.
yes,
So we have Lost, you have this You Are For Me getting ready to come out, you have this live thing that's getting ready to come out. You've got a lot of things coming.
yeah,
Is there going to be, so the live thing is going to be an EP, right?
yes, yeah. We
Okay.
plan to release it all together and not do singles on it, but just release the whole thing together.
Will that have the two singles that you're releasing right now?
Yes,
Okay.
Lost and Your For Me. Actually, the so I'll do at least 5 or 6 songs over the next little bit. They're more of like stripped down versions, like that version of Lost is like just acoustic and keys, pretty much. And then tonight's recording will be a full band version of Lost. So
Okay.
so it'll be like full band versus stripped down version.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Okay, so one last question.
Yeah.
If you think ahead of to the end of next year, so end of 2026, what
Yeah.
is something that you hope to really accomplish in your career?
Um, you know, again, what I would love to do is have plenty of feedback from people saying that I was in a hard place, and this song reminded me that God is for me. Um, my mom was diagnosed with, this is not my story. I'm saying, like, I want to hear this. My
Mhm.
mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I heard your song Miracles, and it gave me the strength and the courage to want to believe for God to heal her. And now she's, cancer free. Like,
Mm,
those are the things that I hope to hear within the next year and a half. Things like that, if that makes
that's
sense.
yeah, absolutely. That I think is one of the most rewarding things as a musician is just
Yeah.
people being able to relate to your songs and
Yeah.
being able to apply that to their lives and get them through those moments that we go through that are really tough.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you're watching, you go follow him and listen to his stuff, give him some feedback. So if they relate
Yes.
to you, let him know. And you mentioned also what your Instagram and your Facebook is, and I know Lost is out wherever music is streamed, correct?
Yes, that is correct. Yep.
And then if you follow him, you'll be able to know when You Are For Me comes out and the live EP. But
Yes.
Paul, thanks so much for being on the show today. It was so nice to meet you and to chat with you, and I
Absolutely.
can't wait to see what God does in your life next year too.
Hey, amen. Yeah, and with you also, Carrie. Great to meet you.
You too. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone at home for watching Abundant TV. And just remember, until next time, to carry on. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Now, please enjoy the sneak peek of my amazing and talented friend Shannon Van Zegeren's music video of her cover and version of the song Beulah Land out on YouTube now. You can also listen to her new EP, My Way Home, anywhere music is streamed.
Gonna climb that mountain, 100 many years, tired from